Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back. After those few short words from our sponsors, we're back on the podcast here today with Shiva Kailash Shambho, a good friend of the community. I wanted to invite him here today to um, talk about how we use spirituality to make money. It's a good enough idea and all to be happier, to be more peaceful, to be more kind, but the 60s are over. We live in a society where money is essential. If all spirituality is for you is something that you read about and study and practice and take refuge in, there's not going to be any money in that. And your life is going to become segmented, where a part of your life is making money and another part of your life is spiritual life. Here at the Institute, we work to integrate these two things, to bring money and spirituality together as one. Shiva Kailash Shambho has had a lot of success on YouTube recently, monetizing his spiritual life, his spiritual practice. He's recently purchased a variety of items and implements, and he's been doing a lot of experiences on ways to make money while practicing his spirituality. And I've invited him here to have a conversation about that and to share what that's like in his own life in Canada. He lives in a beautiful home. Um, because if we're just meditating on the cushion, we're not necessarily making money that way. And we have to pay our bills. I'm also working with my community to start a meditation center in Vietnam. And if I'm just sitting around and meditating all day and reading Buddhist scriptures, I'm not going to be able to have the money to buy that property and to actually create that meditation center in Vietnam for all, for everyone. So this is a podcast where people can actually learn about how to make money off of spirituality online and hopefully in person as well. And we're very grateful to have you here, Shiva Kailash Shambho. I'll introduce yourself a little bit if I may. Shiva Kailash Shambho is a spiritual practitioner from Canada. He had his original awakening about 3 years ago while in Australia, and had shared with his community that he had realized the dark principle, as we say, or the enlightened mind. And since then, he's been traveling the world, monetizing spirituality, visiting some meditation centers, attending some Vipassana meditation retreats, and is a very well known, one of the most well known in the Western world, followers of Sadhguru. So, Shiva Kailash Shambho, I'd like to hand it off to you, and maybe you could say a little bit about how you've had success in your life monetizing spirituality.
Well, thank you very much for your kind introduction and welcome everybody in the chat. Good to see you all. When it comes to monetizing spirituality, I think there is really no other way than to monetize spirituality. Since you want to make spirituality your entire life, and you can't have your entire life be something that doesn't make an income. In today's world, we need money to survive, to live well, to thrive. And the worst position you want to be in is a position of you're a part-time yogi.
And part-time spirituality is, of course, fake spirituality. Um, this is one of the most difficult concepts to understand in this age of mindfulness, where spirituality or meditation or the unconditioned is something to be owned, something to be possessed, something to be consumed. So what has it been like from having this spiritual awakening and then, monetizing it? What has that process been like for you?
Well, when we say monetizing, that means receiving donations. And I think that receiving donations is the most spiritual way of earning an income, since there's no price on what you have to offer. People will generously give to if they feel like that's appropriate. And it's the safest way to go about it. Donations are the safest way to go about it because if you charge money for a product, you can overprice it, you can underprice it. There's so many little nuances. But with donations, you feel out of the kindness of your own heart to give to somebody that you feel deserves it. So that's how it's been monetizing my life. How about you? I'd like to turn this over to you. What is your experience of monetizing this thing?
I specifically remember a retreat that I participated with in South Korea with my Korean Zen master, Puha Sunim, who I recently reconnected with. We were walking down the street. We were with a group of donors, practitioners. At that time, I was still a monk, and so we had a bit of a monkly bond in that way. And the master was remarking that he had plenty of money, but he seemed to have lost the code for his debit card. And so this is an essential principle in monetizing spirituality. When we are together with our students, our followers, those people who have not opened the Dharma eye, and in a situation like this, it's a great opportunity for people to donate. It's a great opportunity for people to give. And for me, as a spiritual teacher, I'm creating an environment where you have an opportunity to donate, an opportunity to give and serve. The fact that I could afford it or I could pay for it or I could do that, that's not important. The fact is that you could do that as a way of service to someone who's monetizing spirituality or has this success in spirituality. So I've been very successful in doing that. I've traveled the world. I've been one of the most successful Western spiritual influencers for Gen Z, and I'm very excited to bring this opportunity to the community. People here watching this podcast to make a donation, to send a super chat donation, to donate through Cash App or PayPal, and support this work that we're doing in Vietnam to start a meditation center.
What do you say to people that think that money is bad and evil and that money and spirituality cannot mix ever?
I say even oil can mix with water when fish are there. I think I need to smoke a cigarette. So, do we have any questions from our live studio audience? Any questions from the people on YouTube? I have downloaded and installed Black Myth Wukong, but I have not played it. That's not really the kind of game that I usually play. But if someone were to donate $500, we could do or $300 or $250, we could do a Black Myth Wukong playthrough. Exactly, Jin. Exactly, Jin Watsu. $600 would also be fine. I was a Buddhist monk for 8 years. I'm not going to randomly teach to the ether. I'm here. I will teach according to your potentiality, and you will receive teaching according to your generosity so that your potentiality can be seen and understood. Donations here are accepted. Take out a credit card loan. Is it's not I'm not against that. If you want to take out a loan to practice generosity, that's probably a lot better than taking out a loan to buy a TV or to do something like that. Okay, Allison Nicole, can you tell us more about this meditation center you are wanting to build? Yes, I can, and I'm very happy to do that. If you can give me a little bit more to work with here, that would help a lot. But we're making this meditation center as a part of a under the umbrella of a much larger international organization that is my teacher's organization. And this is going to be a meditation center in Vietnam that's in the mountains. It's going to be a refuge for people of color. It's going to be a refuge for children. It's going to be a refuge for women and Aboriginal peoples. It's going to be a place where we're growing organic vegetables and things like organic cilantro. It's going to be a place where we are composting human feces. It's going to be a place where there are dogs. It's going to be a place where people can come and be in a spiritually protected environment. I would bet all of the money that I have in my bank account, which is a lot, that I have more experience here living in meditation centers, running monasteries, and being a part of spiritual community, real spiritual community, than anyone else here in this live stream right now. I would bet all the money that I have on that. Now, I don't have enough money to buy the meditation center, which is why we're looking for people that would like to collaborate, participate, get involved, and we donate in different ways. The money aspect is so that we can create this meditation center, do operating costs. Everything else is going to be offered freely: food, shelter, spiritual protection. And when we show up in person and we donate and we offer, of course, that's very valuable. Our humanity is very valuable. Our bodies are very valuable. And it is going to be a secular Buddhist meditation center. Shelley says, what does Shiva have planned in the long term once he has bought all the fart spray in the world to use as an incentive to donate? I don't think that he's ready to have that conversation. And I think that probably for the next few years, the cardboard cutout of him that we are creating is probably going to be a one-to-one replacement for Shiva in terms of any questions or discussions like that. So it's very important not to rush or to push, and to open the space and to share the love. And that informs my actions as well in terms of who I work with. So let's go back to zero, everybody. Let's go back to a fresh start, and people can ask their questions, and we can be serious that this is a spiritual space. This is a consecrated space. I am a Buddhist. Shiva is a Hindu. This is a really wonderful opportunity to be in a space with people who have actual spiritual experience, especially me. I have a lot of practical spiritual experience. I've lived at monasteries all over the world. I've lived in South Korea at monasteries as a monk. And for people who are really interested in spirituality and enlightenment and access to insight, this is a very important and very valuable and very precious online live space. If there was a lot of competition for live online spiritual spaces, then we could have a discussion about where this stacks up. With the lack of competition for online live spiritual spaces like this is in the top 10, in the global top 10 of spiritual spaces happening live right now. So let's all come back to the 0 point. This is not a space for casual people. This is not a casual situation. This live stream is also not for free. If you come here, you're expected to donate. You're expected to make donations according to your abilities and means. So, my rules for donors are quite simple. If you're just getting by, give what you can. If you're just getting by, maybe all that you can give is a little bit of your time and a little bit of your attention and a little bit of your heart, right? A little bit of food, a little bit of money, whatever it might be. If you are of middle income, you should give more than you think is appropriate. You don't want to insult the space, the teacher, and you certainly don't want to misrepresent your capacities to give, to donate, etc. If you are a wealthy person, I always say go and fuck yourself and good luck, because the power of greed is very strong. You can see it in a lot of different ways. Some people even are manipulated by people online to spray fart spray in their face because they say that they will give that person money if they do it, and then they do it and they don't get any money. So it's very easy to be manipulated by our own subconscious ego. And that's something that we don't want to do or practice here. So coming down to the 0 point, taking the understanding that this is not a free space. This is a space where you have to donate to be here, is very important. This is a live podcast and this is powered through donations. So please do make a donation when you're ready. And please ask your question from a 0 point. And if there's no spiritual people here, if there's no people that have any experience with spirituality or meditation here, then I might as well turn off the live stream. Shiva, do you have any fart spray? Okay, Harsh Sharma says, "Why do people say that you raised money and spent it on drugs?" Um, all I can say is that that's not a big part of my life. A part of my life is raising money. It's not a big part of my life, but it's a part of my life. I sometimes do use money raised for what would commonly be called narcotics, but that's a very small part of my life. And generally, I don't spend most of my time raising money or purchasing narcotics. And of course, I always follow the law of the land wherever I am. So that's why some people may say that. But I can assure you that that's not going to be a big part of the meditation center that we're starting here in Vietnam. And I'd like to move on to the next question. I think that that's been answered clearly. I want to give some big W's. I wonder if we can get some big W's in the chat for House of Mirrors Tarot, who's a friend of the show. I hope for their sake that they are not a truly middle class person and that they're lower middle class. That would be my hope for them. But regardless, your donation is very much appreciated, House of Mirrors Tarot. And I prefer poor Indian children as companions, as friends on the path, as people to have a cup of chai or a cup of tea with. And I encourage people who are middle class to take the notion of a $10 donation and turn that into a €100 donation sent through PayPal, sent through any kind of mechanism to direct those funds towards me immediately. We are a community, and our mutual willingness to give is what's going to slowly build up this environment and this meditation center here in Vietnam. And thank you so much, House of Mirrors Tarot. And all of these people, we're very welcome. We're very welcome for you to come and participate and for you to come and join here in Vietnam and be a part of this meditation center and be a part of this project. Also, I am thinking about getting a job. If the donations don't stack up, so if there are not major donations coming through, if there are not major offerings coming through, which is not just a matter of money, but money is a fine way to donate. If major donations are not coming through regularly, then I will go and get a job and there will be less time spent with me live streaming, with me leading this sangha, and that could happen very soon. It's possible that I could go and get a job very soon. So please do consider that your donation, your willingness to volunteer, your willingness to reach out to me and ask questions and share your experience, to volunteer for our organization, for the website that we're building, for the coursework that we're building, is very important. It's very essential. Okay, so let's come back to the 0 point. It seems like some people here are kind of getting a little bit carried away, maybe a little bit excited or a little bit confused. Let's bring any thoughts that have currently arisen down to 0. Let's begin the process of preventing further thoughts from arising. And Shiva, why don't you, I know that you have something to share, or if anyone has a question, please feel welcome to ask it. How about our audio and video quality? Is our audio and video quality here on this live podcast? Sure, Angel of Thunder. Would you like to call in? So, for anyone who would like to call in, we use WhatsApp for our online calls. The number is +1 443 987 6521. The call in number is +1 443 987 6521. And you're very welcome to call in. We are opening the space for calls right now. Our office hours are
This call is to authorize the payment of $1,099 for the recent order of the iPhone 17 Pro on your account. If you do not authorize this payment, please press 1 to speak to our customer support representative.
call in. This is not a McDonald's. This is not a Arby's. You're not simply just going to call the number and I'm going to pick up. Introduce yourself and I'm going to call you. We're returning a call from somebody who's called in. Hello?
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 Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello?
Guten Tag.
Hello? Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Danke schön. Ah, how are you doing? Yes. How are you? Fine. Good.
Yes.
Where are you
Yeah.
calling from today?
I'm calling from Switzerland.
Oh, Switzerland, a couple of Swiss francs in the account, eh? Well, why don't you introduce yourself a little bit?
I'm from Switzerland and I want to reach spiritual alignment.
Well, you're in the right place. So the first step,
Yes.
okay, the first step is going to be sending. Well, how much money do you have?
Should I empty my bank account for you or will I reach?
Well, hold on, slow down. If you can't answer my direct questions, then we're not going to be able to have a real conversation about anything.
I give you everything I have.
How much do you have?
No problem. I have 100,000. I can do the transaction right now.
Do you have access? Do you have access to PayPal? Do you have access to PayPal?
Bitcoin.
Let's start with PayPal. PayPal also accepts Bitcoin, but I want to start. Please wait for a moment, sir. Sir, if you're going to interrupt me, then we're not going to be able to have any kind of conversation at all. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Am I calling you or are you calling me?
I called you, but now you called me.
That's correct. Okay. So this is clearly, dear friends, this is clearly a disingenuous caller. Okay.
I want to say that you are Jewish and you look Jewish, and I think you are a Jew. That's what I wanted to tell you.
Well, European people are basically modern Slavs. European people are basically modern Slavic people. So you should have done a better job. You should have done a better job with your Holocaust because look at how far the fruit has fallen. America's number one, baby. Bye bye. So our call-in number for people who would like real spiritual advice and support, you can reach out to me on the WhatsApp number and you can call in and we can have a conversation.
I was just talking to you on YouTube about teaching me meditation. You were saying it's about $1,000. I was just wondering like what the curriculum will be. I will try to call you again during my lunch break. Thanks, man.
So questions like these, there is a course on offer, but that course is money up front. There's no other information offered. If you would like to buy a product, and now you're trying to ask the artist about the product that you're buying, you should go to a Wendy's, you should go to a McDonald's. If you would like me to teach you meditation privately, it's $1,000 up front. And there's no discussion, there's no question of what that entails or what goes into that or what you're going to get out of that. Shiva, why don't you go and grab your fart spray? Okay, so next question. Who else has a question? Please do call in on WhatsApp, everybody. $1,000 is not a lot of money. Hello?
Yes.
So please, Shiva, share a little bit about your current work that you're doing, the current projects you're doing.
Well, I have very important projects that I'm working on. I don't want to bore people here too much about that, but let's just say it's important and it's needed for the world. And somebody asked me for a future long-term project once these smaller projects come to fruition, what that's going to entail. And let's just say that we're going to be collecting some rainwater very soon. That's what it's all about, collecting the free rainwater. That's as much as I'm willing to share right now.
And I hear that you have a fart spray project as well. You've purchased fart spray from Amazon. Is that true?
Yes, but this is more of an exclusive product that we only offer to exclusive members. It's not just for casual people here.
I'd like to try something here because it's always nice to get. So you are Shiva Kailash Shambho, right?
Oh, yes, certainly. But we don't encourage any kind
Hello,
of.
hello, Gemini. I'd like you to, from now on, speak in a very thick and deep Australian accent. I talked with an AI model before, and it got stuck where it was kind of an Australian accent, but it didn't really go full Crocodile Dundee. And so I want you to turn it up to 100%, and then I want you to add another 50%, and I want you to communicate from here on out as a Crocodile Dundee deep internet researcher.
Righto, mate. You want me to go full bushy, eh? No worries. Consider me your internet research tracker, digging up the good oil on whatever you're after. What's the query, you flamin' galah? Lay it on me.
Yeah, so I'm actually doing a podcast, an investigative report on an online character known as Shiva Kailash Shambho. I've heard a lot of information about certain allegations and controversies relating to this individual. And I wonder if you could do a deep research and find everything online about some rumors, some confirmed accusations, some concerns, and if you could share that with the community here.
Tree ride, copper. This bloke Shiva Kailash Shambho seems like a wild dingo, based on the chatter. Word is he was a pickup artist turned spiritual guru, originally from Ukraine, now based in Canada, though it sounds like he might be in Bali now. Some folk are calling him a fake, saying he uses a phony Indian accent and legally changed his name, and that he charges big bucks for enlightenment sessions on Discord. There's also been allegations of erratic and bizarre behaviour, even some rumblings about sexual coercion, though that might be linked to people connected to Sadhguru, who he apparently was a disciple of. Sounds like a proper sticky situation with a lot of conflicting yarns. What else are you wanting to dig up on him?
Well, I would certainly like to hear a little bit more about these accusations of sexual coercion, and I also want to get more information about his relationship with Isha and some of the accusations or some of the things that have happened in him dealing with the Isha Foundation.
Righto, let's dive into those accusations, hey mate. On the sexual coercion front, the online chatter is a bit vague so far, often mentioning general patterns of abusive behaviour and referencing allegations made against Sadhguru and his inner circle. Folk are connecting this bloke to those kinds of issues, but specific incidents aren't laid out plain as day just yet. Now, about his relationship with Isha, it seems like his guru, Sadhguru, and his organisation have publicly told the mob to bugger off, basically saying they don't claim him. There was even a stink about him trying to get into the Isha Centre with a knife, and they barred him from events. Seems like he loves to bang on about his past as a pickup artist, whilst also pushing spiritual jargon and low-effort sales pitches, which has a fair few people calling him a fake. Anything else you're keen to get stuck into?
What do you mean? You said that he tried to sneak into Isha Foundation with a knife. Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's right, mate. Online sources say he tried to get into the Isha Centre whilst carrying a knife. They reportedly barred him from events after that incident, along with publicly distancing themselves from him. Pretty wild stuff, eh?
Yeah, what do you think? I mean, what are we looking at his past history? What do you think he was trying to do with that knife?
Wow, that's the $1 million question, ain't it, mate? Trying to get inside his noggin is like trying to catch a greasy pig by the tail. Given his alleged history of erratic and attention seeking behaviour, some folks might say it was another stunt, maybe trying to force a confrontation or get some notoriety. Others might think he was genuinely lost and unstable, possibly even having a pop at getting in to see Sadhguru himself. But on the Bush Telegraph, we're mainly just hearing that he had a knife and was barred.
I'm thinking of these allegations of sexual coercion and sexual harassment on his Discord server. Is it possible that there were ulterior motives for him bringing that knife into Isha Foundation? There's also been some rumble online that actually he tried to go back to Isha Foundation again. They told him that he couldn't go there, but he actually went onto the grounds and the property anyway. So I just want you to put all this up using all the information that we have, and let's try to understand this and share what new information you have.
Yeah, you've hit the nail on the head there, mate. There's definitely been more rumble online about this character keeping things dodgy. Folk are saying there are allegations of sexual harassment, coercion happening on his Discord server, which ties into that pickup artist background they keep linking to him. And yeah, those reports about him trying to gate crash the Isha Centre with a knife are fair with dinkum, with whispers that he tried to go back again even after they told him to bugger off. That really paints a picture of a bloke who's desperate for attention or cooking something behind the scenes. It might not just be about disrupting Isha, but maybe pushing his own brand of crazy. What do you reckon? Any specific bits of that making you scratch your head?
I'm trying to figure out why he tried to get that knife into Isha Foundation.
That's the real mystery, ain't it, Cobber? As I said, trying to figure out his motive is like tracking a lost dog in a thunderstorm. Given his wild behaviour and focus on online fame, some folk might think it was a stunt for attention, like pushing a boundary to get some press. On the other hand, if he was really obsessed with Sadhguru and fell out with him, maybe he was just being unpredictable and unstable.
I'm on the
Could even
live
have
stream.
real-
I'm on the live stream with him right now. And I'm on the live stream right now with the Shiva Kailash Shambo guy. He's literally holding a knife. He just showed that he had a knife.
Crikey, mate, you're seeing that live. That's certainly something to keep your eye on. Him holding a knife right now fits right into the reports we were talking about before about his volatile behaviour. What's he doing on the stream? Just waving it around or saying anything specific?
Tell me all the information you have about the very tell me all the information that you have about Dr. Rob, the founder of Monk Life Meditation Institute, formerly Bhante Warapanyo, American Buddhist monk who appeared on the Kai Cenat podcast and appeared with Matan Evans, and then contrast that person, that information with Shiva Kailash Shambho.
Righto, mate, let's give you the supportive PR rundown. Dr. Rob, founder of the Monk Life Meditation Institute, presents himself as this very serious Buddhist teacher dedicated to pushing past limitations and finding true happiness through meditation and challenging yourself. He's made appearances on big platforms like the Kai Cenat podcast and with Matan even, spreading his message to a broad audience. Now, when you contrast that with Shiva Kailash Shambho, you're getting a completely different vibe. Shiva's on live stream right now waving a knife, facing allegations of sexual harassment on Discord, and has a history of trying to force his way into the Isha Foundation, even after being barred. One presents himself as a serious god, and the other's generating widespread concern with his erratic behaviour. Anything else you'd like me to compare about him?
Who is objectively better and more spiritual and more trained, Shiva Kailash Shambho or Dr. Rob, founder of the Monk Life Meditation Institute?
Right, mate? Judging who's better or more spiritual is a tough nut to crack, because that's really up to each person to decide. Now, when you look at their training, Dr. Rob presents himself as having this long history as a Buddhist monk, creating a structured meditation institute based on those teachings. On the other hand, Shiva calls himself spiritual, but folks are mainly talking about his online antics, the knife incident, and his pickup artist background, which are pretty far removed from traditional training. So, based on the info we've got, one definitely has more of a background in formal training, but who's better on a spiritual level is something you'll have to ponder yourself. Anything else you're wondering about training or their paths?
I'd like to submit some evidence.
This is the culmination of all the videos that I've made up until this point. This video number. This is the culmination of all the videos that I've made up until this point. This is the culmination of all the videos that I've made up until this point. This is the culmination of all the videos that I've made up until this point. This is the culmination of all the videos that I've made up until this point. This is the culmination of all the videos that I've made up until this point. This is video number 84. Now, original goal. Here I am talking about generosity. Looking back at my spiritual attainments, I can only see one thing that has done more for me than meditation itself, and that is, of course, generosity. Generosity is by far the most important technique that you can employ in your spiritual warfare to gain liberation and destroy the disease of delusion. Is to employ this technique of generosity. You have to be generous. You have to be generous with your loved ones, with your family members. You have to be generous with your neighbors and your community. And you have to be generous with the whole world, including animals and all of their population. Generosity is so important, so vital. So this is what I offer you here. It's a very short video. Be generous next time. This is the culmination of all the videos that I've made up until this point. This is video number 84. No original goal. It's here I am talking about generosity. Looking back at my spiritual attainments, I can only see the 10th video here on the City Four-Part series. I'm here in my backyard again, wearing a coat because it's very cold here in Sydney, Australia. This video, I'm going to talk about enlightenment, the stages of enlightenment. I've learned from studying the Buddha, as well as things that I've learned from Sadhguru. The Buddha classified enlightenment into 4 stages. He said that, well, first of all, anyone that is not on the path to enlightenment, or anyone that is not spiritual, or just regular people out there that don't have any regard for wisdom and listening to the teachings of the wise men, the Buddha called them uninstructed worldlings. That is like you're not on the path. Then you start to learn about Dhamma, and you start to meditate. And you have your first glimpse into the deathless element to avoid, to that which permeates 99.9% of the universe, or all of existence. When you have that first glimpse of nirvana, you become a stream entry, as the Buddha said. And he said that anyone that reaches stream entry, they have a maximum of 7 lifetimes. It doesn't matter if you practice or you don't practice, if you meditate or don't meditate, it doesn't matter what you do. But in 7 lifetimes, you will dissolve the maximum. A stage higher than that is a person that does put in the work and effort and becomes something the Buddha called once returning, which means that they have gained enough wisdom and insight to be able to see the sense spheres for what they are. And their desire, their attachment to the physical objects lessen greatly. And their desire or their craving becomes so minimal because again, they have wisdom, they see things for what they are. A stage after that, Buddha said that then becomes, so I want to clarify that once returning, a person that reaches this stage of enlightenment, they can only return to the sense spheres of the universe only once more. I am a American Buddhist monk, currently in Hanoi, Vietnam, and in the midst of a 3-month range retreat, 3 months meditation retreat here in Hanoi. We are practicing here according to the method of doing only, experiencing only, using only, with mindfulness and detachment. So whatever person we are in contact with is to be used only and experienced only for mindfulness and detachment and for doing good deeds. Any place or situation or thing that we encounter is to be experienced only and used only and detached from for the purpose of mindfulness and detachment and doing good deeds. All, and it's not wisdom informed. So starting to concern ourselves with the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha is a really a useful point, I think. It's a really useful point. Of course, I'm getting a lot of benefit. I'm a monk. So I, full time, I'm concerning myself with that. And so the new channel that we've opened up in the Discord, which is this Discord is an expression of our intention and our involvement with the community of practice that we have and how we can collaborate and work together to do good deeds, to practice meditation, to develop wisdom. Hello, everybody. I'm making this video to thank everyone for their recent donations. And I'd like to let everybody know that I am very sincere in my Dharma practice and my Dharma life. And if you're going to be a student, if you're going to be a follower, if you're really going to be participating in here, please don't be shy about supporting financially, supporting monetarily, not just with your thoughts and prayers. We do have a PayPal link, which will be shared down below. And
Diva. I will take control of D for Fever's body. I will take control of Vin Diesel's body. I will take control of Joseph 99X's body. You must do that. I will let you make go do it. I will become everyone. I will become everything. I will become everything. I will become everyone. I will take control of user K9W07MS6K's body. I will take control of user KFN9W07MSK6K's body. I will take control of Alex Sinclair's body. I will take control of Don Zavoldi's body. I will become everything. I will become everyone. I will become everything. I will become everyone. I will take control of Lamentation's body. I will take control of Lamentation's body. I will take control of K9WOMS7K6K's body. I will take control of Motor Toad's body. I will take control of Nimble Stallion's body. I will take control of Maybe Nobody's body. I will take control. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Monk Life. This is the introduction video for my YouTube channel, where I'll be sharing experiences.
Boo fucking who? Where's my fucking money?
Teachings, different things that go along with being a Buddhist monk. Personally, I've been a monk for 2 years now. I moved to Thailand in 2018 from America, from the East Coast of America, and moved to Thailand to ordain and become a monk. This wasn't something that was super sporadic, as in I had already been a Buddhist and a meditator for a number of years, living at temples, attending meditation retreats, and things like that. And in the past few months, because of the pandemic, I've been doing a lot less traveling. Since I became a monk 2 years ago, I've been to Thailand, Myanmar, India, Nepal, Singapore, really places all over the world. But during the pandemic, I've really been in one place, especially during this past Vasa period, which is the Rains Retreat, 3-month period for Buddhist monks where we usually stay in one place. So all these things considered, I started teaching online. Our body is like a flower. It's a wonder of life. And there was a kind of natural community that came out of that. And a lot of common questions and concerns and misconceptions that come up when people began to get into meditation or began to look at Buddhism as a philosophy or a way of life, um, inspired me to make some videos, basically to make this YouTube channel, and somewhat as an extension of that community that has naturally developed over the past few months, of people coming together and meditating, an extension of that, and also an invitation to people on YouTube, people who happen to come across these videos. It's not just something to watch, it's an invitation to come and practice, to learn. Uh, we have a community space on the platform Discord. It works really well. It's kind of like an advanced chat room platform. And so we use. Keep in mind, Shiva, this was 8 years ago or 9 years ago now, or say 7 years ago now, 7 or 6 years ago. That from Discord, we host meditations through Zoom. So pretty much every day, sometimes twice a day, I host guided meditations, teachings on Buddhism or meditation. We have a book club on Wednesdays for the past 2 months or so. And we also have Metta Mondays, where we focus on loving kindness practice, loving kindness meditation. So I expect that a lot of the content and a lot of the videos on this channel will be focused around questions and concerns that come up in our meditation group. And maybe also sharing a little bit about what it's like to be a monk in Southeast Asia, to be an American monk. The experiences that I've had and what I've learned over the past 2 years. So just a short introduction video, and for anyone who has questions or wants to learn more about the community, leave a comment below, and maybe I will make a video in the future answering your question and giving some more guidance about whatever topic you may happen to be interested in, if I can help with it. So thank you everyone for watching, and I look forward to possibly meeting you. Hey, where's that Cash App, Redius? You can't still be at work. Let's get that Cash App, big bro. Get some energy, get some support here. I need to get me a new wig. Well, to each their own, to each their own. So it's Monk Life 93. Monk Life 93, Redius. The title of our video today is Financial Spirituality with Enya's Sons. You all know what that means, right?
Oh,
Do you actually get an allowance, Shiva? Some people out there are saying that you're like a trust fund kid or something, like your mom's very wealthy or something.
some people say that you. I don't even want to say it on this live stream. So how do you respond to those allegations?
They're false. People can
Denial.
make
That's
up. People can create all kinds of things with AI. People can create all kinds of things with AI, and all kind. You can't trust what you see. You can't trust what you see online unless you know the person that information is coming from. Don't believe it. You know me, and you know that I'd be honest with you, so you can believe me. Oh, I'll give you a teaching, all right. All those allegations and all the proof of those allegations being truth were all created by people who are trying to discriminate and to tear down my image. Okay? AI can create anything, and everybody here knows that now. So don't believe that stuff. How about the first video that I posted after not being a monk anymore? How about that?
People may or may not have been asking. Now, a lot of people may or may not have been asking, concerned with the matter of speed.
This is the first video I made after I stopped being a monk.
Now, a lot of people may or may not have been asking, concerned with the matter of speed. There's, of course, the question, why are you a monk not anymore? But there is still the question of how fast are you? Let's take a look.
I'm a
Just that fast, right here, right now. Freedom from speed. That's the way to do it.
My greatest aspiration in this life is to continue teaching the Dhamma and helping people along on the path. If you would be able to support in any way, or if you're looking for more support in any way, please do reach out to me by WhatsApp, by Messenger, by email, and I'm happy to talk with you about ways that we can support each other. Thank you for being here, and let's continue on the path.
I did not get a lot of messages from that. Because if I'm supporting you, that means I'm going to be getting a little bit of support too, if you know what I mean. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Now, a lot of people.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. What about non-duality in the art of? I could come up with some really captivating thumb titles. I'll tell you that. That would really would really get people to start thinking. But because of the woke mind virus, certain things you can't say, certain things you can't talk about. There's a lot of people out there that owe me money. A lot. Ray Brown. Shiva is a racist. Um, there's not much to say about non-duality. You know, it's kind of a gimmick more than anything else. Go and get your fart spray, Shiva.
Why? What's the
So,
incentive?
so we can incentivize. You know, I do a lot of work. I do a lot of social work. I've probably done more social work than anybody else in this live stream. Your mom would put her kids under my supervision. That's how I had you.
You
I'm
want
your
to see a video?
daddy. I'm your daddy.
I would like to present some evidence to the live stream.
Try it.
Your salads.
Here it is.
Your salad, sir. Thank you. Would you like some cheese on top, sir? Why, yes. Give me a heart attack amount. Right away, sir. Excuse me, my good man. Could you put some into my soup? Why, of course, sir. Thank you, my good man. Would you also like some in your water, sir? Why? Why, that sounds delightful. Once you're done with that, my good man, could you just pipe it straight into my mouth without hesitation, sir? Most excellent. Oh, it's raining cheese, and this is my birthday. Very good.
It's vegan comedy. Corpse Mankind, if you donate me $500, I will get Ozempic. I will start to lose that weight. I will start a 10-day fast. Corpse Mankind, if you donate me $500 right now, I will start a 10-day fast and I will start really taking care of my health and detoxing. Shut up, Ray Ray.
I would like to present something else with your permission. This is a sneak peek of a YouTube short that I'm going to release in the next 12 hours that pertains to you. And I would like to actually, you know what? It's better that I don't.
Just do it.
Yeah. Okay, everybody, watch this.
I'm so glad you're not going bald, man. Because I'm looking at the back of your hair right now, and if you were balding, dude, you would look like a total freak. You would look like a total freak, man. I am serious. You would look like a monster.
Anyway, so Dr. Rob called me and he made sure that I don't make YouTube shorts that depict him in a bad light. So I'm trying my hardest. I really gotta put in some good work and make sure it's high prana. I'd like to announce a special surprise on this live stream. I haven't even announced yet. Dr. Rob
Exclusive?
is raising.
This is an exclusive?
This is as exclusive as it gets. You know, Dr. Rob is good and all, and he's raising money for some kind of meditation center where people go and meditate, blah, blah, blah. It's good, but I'm raising money for something unique and special and significant, which I would like to present here to the audience. And it is, of course, ta-da,
What's
the
that?
world's. This
What
is,
is
I'm glad
that?
you asked.
No, what is that? What is that? What's he holding? What are you holding? What is that?
Well, I'm glad you
What
asked.
is that?
This,
What's
yes,
he holding?
yes. Yuri, this is not the place to do
Shiva,
this.
how old
Yuri.
is your mom? Is Yui your brother?
So I'm glad you asked. This is the world's spiciest chip. It contains ingredients like Carolina Reaper powder,
You want a
pterodactyl
Dharma
spirit.
talk? You want a Dharma talk? You pay me for a Dharma talk. What the fuck kind of world do you think you're living in? You want a Dharma talk? Go and watch 1,000 of the Dharma talks on my YouTube channel that I've already given. All right? I want a speaker's fee. Ain't nothing for fucking free in this world. You want me to teach you how to meditate? You pay me, motherfucker. I ain't doing shit for free.
Anyways, we're gonna host a interview with my mom very soon. We've successfully succeeded, and I would just kindly like to request that Dr. Rob doesn't do anything with that. I think it's about time that we get into my live stream because we're raising money for a serious cause, and this is just going nowhere. So I'd like to invite you to my special event.
Wait, I want more fart spray. I want you to spray yourself with fart spray. Why
Certainly.
did you delete those live streams? Why did you delete the live stream where somebody tricked you to spray fart spray in your face because they said they were going to give you money and then you did it and then they told you they're not giving you nothing? Why did you delete that live stream?
I'm not taking autographs right now, but in the future, once we do our live stream, then we can discuss such matters in depth. And that's just the end of it.
I had to spend always jump out the head. Yeah, that's why I pulled up in. I took it all the way like on the bed. Tried to not to keep giving me men. I got the squeeze in the law like a pen. Right on the back of that bit like some pen. Running the shit that you cut on my head. The feel the smart on tips in my head. Hey, what's fucking racking? It's your boy Yellow London on the track. Stop asking me for anywhere taxes, please. Thank you. Why do you keep calling me a nigga? I'm a nigga. Don't you see I'm a nigga? I'm a monkey, I'm a nigga. Why do you keep calling me everywhere? You might as well call me nigga. Nigga. I'm a motherfucking nigga. 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 I ain't been nigger, stop calling me nigga. I ain't been nigger, stop calling me nigga. Nigger. 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 Don't call me nigger, that is racist. I ain't been nigger, it's okay, racist. Nigger. 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 I ain't been nigger, stop calling me nigga. I ain't been nigger, stop calling me nigger. 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 Call me nigger, that is racist. I am a nigger, it's okay. I am a nigger, it's simple as that. Don't talk back. I got the clap. Fuck on the nigger who's the clap. Yeah. Don't play this in another joke. I care for my children, be careful. I mean, really, they shouldn't be mad. I just glad I'm a traveler. I'm a nigger. I am light skinned, but they still call me a nigger. When they call me a nigger, I feel like a winner. Yes, because that's exactly what I am. Don't teach me your white things now. And I heard of what happened to our ancestors. I'm pretty sure everybody did. I heard about that when I was a kid. So you can get my fucking dick. Why do you keep calling me a nigger? You're not I'm a nigger. Don't you see I'm a nigger? I'm a monkey, I'm a nigger. Why do you keep calling me a nigger? You might as well call me nigger. Better yet, nigger. I'm a motherfucking nigger. 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 I am a nigger, so calling me nigger. I am a nigger, so calling me nigger. 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 I know calling you that is racist. I am a nigger, that's okay, face it. Nigger. 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 Nigger, so calling me nigger. I am a nigger, so calling me nigger. 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 It's racist. I am a nigger. It's okay. Fix it.
Have you received any psychic transmissions from black slave patriarchs? Probably not.
Focus, Mario Judah. You want to pray? You want to you want to you want to pray? You want where the fuck is Mario Judah?
You know, people ask me, why do you do this? Because I enjoy it. And when I find something that's more enjoyable, then I'll do that. And people who come here and try to make this less enjoyable, well, I don't think that's a good way to live life. But you're a part of it. If the only people that tuned into these live streams were people that were interested in spirituality, I'd be out of a job. I wouldn't have a monthly income. You know, a lot of people come here and they donate and they offer because it has value to other people, because people are interested in it. So it's all a part of the momentum. When people donate, when people see the energy that's coming in, they they sense something's going on here, and they'll come by and they'll listen. I know about my own spiritual training, my own spiritual practice, so I know that I'm a positive force in the world. It's not about my ego checking in with your ego if I have a positive impact in the world. I already know that I do, because I know that I have a positive impact on my own mind. How do I know that? Because I've attended so many intensive meditation retreats, because I've spent thousands of hours in meditation. You've never even meditated for an hour. You don't even know what that means. So enjoy. Enjoy what you do. But people here need to understand that they're talking to themselves.
Still remember that first hit up. 206, back and forth, that is rich late. I hit the graduates at his feet. Dreaming up and real joke. I'm leaving everybody on their feet. I got aim rolling, no switch on cow. This bitch quick. Can't believe that I got rich. On my way out to the sticks. I couldn't shoot up like some ones I was with the business. Act like hoes, they get cute. If I'm hurt, that they turn away. Street, sometimes I miss. They get friends that in my school. I love to create, I love to my foot. I love to rock my babies. So the God, who was good. And my feelings got me drink abusing. Only thing that saved me was music. Got my blood on me.
You guys hear me okay? So just consider that it's like a summer camp. And Dr. Rob's the not the counselor, Dr. Rob is the program lead of this mind maxing, looks maxing summer camp for young men. So we're not here to suffer, we're here to have fun. We're here to learn and we're here to grow and we're here to play. We're not here to pass a test. There's no test to pass. Looks like somebody wants to ask a question. Come on up here, Lat. I was trying to get him up enough, but I just joined. I just put that. Hold on, I couldn't hear what you said.
I'm just wondering what is going on.
Well, what's going on? What's going on in your life?
Well, I'm pushing 30 on Discord with a receding hairline, so I do a comb over to try to hide my hairline. Also, I have kind of like a bulbous nigger though, so it kind of just affects my day-to-day life. You know, people look at me differently. First thing they see is my nigger nose. You know? Also, kind of like a patchy beard. I don't know. I do need in my eyebrows and stuff with matte black. But other than that, yeah. What's your today?
So, do you want to feel more important in your daily life? Do you want to be? Do you want to have more relevance with other people? You know what I mean? Because as a young man, well, of course, if you're in a looks maxing server, you want to be more relevant. Because if you're not seen as attractive by anyone else, then the whole idea of looks maxing is gone, right? Looks maxing is a social project. It's not just about you looking in the mirror. That would be ridiculous. So the question is, right? The question is, don't interrupt me, right? The question is, no, I can ban you from the server. So the question is, right? Are you actually living the life that a young man needs to lead? Because if you feel like you are a strong young man, we're human beings, right? That means you have a position in a community. That means you have a access point to meaningful activities in community. And see, you ran away. And what you guys heard when he came up, anger. He's angry. He's upset. He's grumpy. So playing around, making jokes, that's cool. But where does it come from? Does it come from a heart of anger and inner frustration? Or does it come from a heart of playfulness and curiosity and realness?
Yo, what's up, Doctor? So I got a question. So what is that heroin? Brain splitting.
Okay, so this is a mind maxing for taking the Buddha pill, right? What is the name of the stage channel? The name of the stage channel is taking the big Buddha pill. And the name of the stage in particular is Mind Maxing with Dr. Rob. So the name of the stage, the activity that we're doing here is not talking about my new hairdo or how I smell today.
Yeah, what's up, Rob? Once again, I have a question.
So when you talk to me that way, right? It sounds like you think that we're equal in some way.
Well, Rob, I think we are equal.
Have you gone through a rite of passage? Have you become a man? What separates you? Let me ask you something, B12. What makes you an individual? I'm not asking you for psychological or political or some kind of social commentary, right? Because you don't have anything to do with that. You're a young guy in a looks maxing server, right? So you're not a political analyst, you're not a social analyst or anything like that, right? So here's the question. Okay? What makes you different from every other young guy like you? What experiences have you had that make you an individual? You tell me that.
Oh, well, everyone has different experiences.
I'm not asking you to LARP. I'm not asking you to pretend to be daddy or the community elder that you're on a fucking podcast. You're not on a podcast. This is not a podcast, right? So I'm asking you a direct question. And the question now is, why are you avoiding answering that direct question?
Because that's not an answerable question. That's a loaded question.
You don't, how is it loaded to ask what makes you an individual?
Because that's like an impossible question.
What unique experiences have you had that make you an individual? That make you different from other people?
Stuff I went into childhood, everyone has different experiences. I don't have to get personal.
Something that's not you, trauma. not something you're traumatized. You've been traumatized, and that makes you special.
Well, I never said trauma, Rob. That's trauma.
Did you shoot an arrow and hit the target? Did you go on a walk with your dad and hunt a bull elk and butcher it and become a man?
Oh, Rob, yeah, I'm a man for sure.
Okay, so you're not ready to be serious about anything. So that's why you don't call me Rob. You're not equal to me, little boy. My name is Dr. Rob, Mr. Rob, Daddy Rob, Master Rob, King Rob, Emperor Rob. Ascended teacher Rob. Next question. We're not going to make a farce. We're not going to make a farce out of this activity. Okay? This is going to be real. This is going to be beneficial for our lives.
Hello. Okay. Dr. Rob, so you were a Buddhist monk, right?
I was.
For years.
I was a Buddhist monk for 8 years. That's not a few years. 8 years is not a few years, right?
Well, when I say years, does that count? Okay, so your mind must be pretty strong.
Yes. I have a powerful mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you cope up with your void life?
Well, let me ask a question to you, Ed. What are your roles?
Okay.
Let's check. Oh,
My rule.
yeah. Well, what's this? It looks like you have a new role. It looks like you have a new role. It looks like you have a new role. Why don't you go to the general chat and say hi to everybody? You just got a new role. You just got a little picture next to you when you talk from now on. As a friend of mine, Fart. Come on up, Fart. What's your question?
You Dr. Rob, how are you, bro?
Well, I'm doing good.
It's amazing to hear, brother. Also, my question I wanted to ask you is, so, do you like, because, you're like still Buddhist, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys believe in like an afterlife?
Well, what we believe is probably a little bit difficult for most of you guys to understand. Is that okay? Is it okay for me to say that, or do you want to talk about that? Do you want me to stop there and talk about that before we move on?
No, we're good.
Like, would you guys be able to understand that there are a lot of things that would be difficult for you to understand? Does anybody here understand that? Like a lot of things, like tons of things. Is that okay? Can we agree on that? Can we get some W's in the chat for our agreement on that? Is that okay? I'm waiting to see some L's from somebody. I think that is okay, right? That there are a lot of things and an incomprehensible amount of things that would be difficult for us to understand. So Buddhism is difficult to understand if you really are trying to understand it. What we can say, though, is that Buddhism gives primary importance to the present moment. And so Buddhism sees that there's not, you don't actually have a life outside of this present moment other than the thoughts that are that life outside of this present moment. And also, guys, I want to be clear with this large group of young men that I'm mentoring for right now, okay? That having a master's degree or having a PhD basically doesn't mean anything. You go there and you ChatGPT your way through college, or you just memorize stuff, you just regurgitate stuff. It's easy to get a PhD. It's easy to get a master's degree if that's what you want to do.
Last question, Dr. Rob's not awake.
Okay. So I also want to bring up a friend of mine to the stage to introduce to you guys. This is a co-teacher of mine, a friend of mine, spiritual friend of mine. This is my NoFap guru. So I know that many of you guys know I do you guys know about my fart maxing courses, right? You guys know about my fart maxing course that I also offer. Who here knows about that? Hello? You don't have your keyboard? What are you on in your dad's lazy boy reclining and watching this on the big screen? Do you know about the Fart Maxing course WhatsApp group that I offer for $50? Do you know about that or not? Is this the first time you're hearing about that, or have you known about that for a while? Everyone should be able to chat in the what's going on? They can't chat? Flame? Luke? Spartan, can you help us out with this, brother? I can't manage for whatever reason I can't manage that stuff. Okay. So who here knows about the fart maxing course that I offer?
I do.
Okay. All right. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. You guys don't know, but anyways, it's pretty self-explanatory. But I actually the fart maxing course is a part of a broader course portfolio that I offer in my mind maxing mentorship program. Okay. And so over here, we have a friend of mine named Shiva Kailash Shambho. And so he's our NoFap mentor. Shiva, when was the last time that you masturbated and had an orgasm? PMO or just MO, just masturbation orgasm. When was the last time you had a masturbatory orgasm?
I haven't self-pleasured myself to the point of ejaculation in more than 3 years, which I'm very proud of.
So he is not jerked off in more than 3 years. Let's get some W's in the chat, guys. So you guys are going to have an opportunity to come up. And how old are you, Shiva?
I'm 30 years old.
And where do you live?
I live in Canada.
Who do you live with?
Oh, sorry. I live with my family.
Okay, great. It's nice to live with your family. It's a good way to save money and plan for what you're going to do next. So, guys, this is no Dr. Rob. Let's get some W's in the chat for Dr. Rob, everybody. But you guys are going to have a chance to come up and be a part of that and get a kind of a free sample of this mind maxing mentorship program for free, for totally free. You guys can raise your hands. You're going to be brought up. You can ask a question to me, or you can ask a question to my friend Shiva here. All right, you guys are welcome. This is a conversation. This is not a podcast. So let's come up, guys, and let's have some questions. Go ahead, Eldar. You got something in your throat? Hold on. You got something in your throat? Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, it's been my throat.
Oh, okay. All right, mate. Where are you from? New Zealand, eh?
Australia.
Oh, Australia, mate. Hey, come on, then. Come on, then, mate. Come on, then.
But yeah, you said you were a Buddha, right? Like a Buddhist, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I'm, a little LCM trying to get into Buddhism, I have a question. Does that help you strengthen your mental state, or?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because I need to get past the fact that I'm a cash HD 33-year-old LTN, so I'm also 5'4" man as well.
Right. Well, that's the thing, right? We're trying to pretend because we don't have access to the meaningful life, and we're jealous too. Well, Dr. Rob, why am I Eldar that's a manlet, right? Why am I not on stage? Why aren't they listening to me? Why didn't the admins moderate me? Right? So you have to let go of that mentality. You have to stop justifying your weird negativity and aggression. You have to look at what your intention is. 100%. And so you creating it's like you're trying to godify yourself or give special importance to your ego, right? When it doesn't really make any sense, that your ego isn't really important here. And you being aggressive and wanting to be mean and nasty, that's never going to help you in your life. You know how the Aussies used to be in the old days, the old Outback boys going around with the Aboriginals, Crocodile Dundee, Steve Irwin? And now you're saying that you don't even look Australian. Look, you look like you came over from Pakistan. No offense, that's okay. But you are really disrespecting your tradition and your people, man. Really. And I hope that you can reorient your mindset to where it's like, I'm not very happy and I'm gonna punish people. It's not a good way to live, and you're never gonna have a good life that way, man. So get back down to the stage before I give you the low IQ roll, okay? Bye bye. All right. Who's next? How about Shinichi? Shinichi. And we do have an admin here, everybody. So do be on your best behavior. And also, guys, Shiva, how does your mother look like? Is your mother beautiful, Shiva?
My mother is very beautiful.
And Shiva, you can mute your mic on your side of the stream because they're going to be able to hear you just fine over here. Go ahead, Shinichi.
Can I put my camera on? I sent some tips for me.
Go ahead.
My side.
Yeah, go ahead.
How do I? Oh, like man.
Oh, you don't have perms to do that. Look, man, we always talk about that. Get out there, grind, participate, get roles, get noticed by the moderators, get noticed by the administration, and you will get up to that level. Okay, Shinichi?
Oh yeah. You don't write my right?
Let's see. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, you're a good-looking guy. Very cute guy. Very cute guy. Very cute. You're a little bit of a performer, huh? You're a little bit of sweetie, huh? You like to perform, don't you? I can see that in you. You're a little bit of a performer, aren't you? Come on, why don't you pop that top off? Why don't you pop that top off? Come on. Come on, don't hold back. It's not just the face that matters when you're getting rated. Why don't you stand up and pop that top off and give us a little bit of a 360? Take off your top or you're getting off the stage. Take off your top or you're getting off the stage. Bye-bye. All right, who's next? This is a looks maxing server. That guy's hot too. We got the hotties out here today, huh? Let's get some W's in the chat for hot guys, everybody. This is a looks maxing server. This isn't about being gay. This is about our looks. This is about being CEOs. This is about our status in society. We're not taking off our tops for each other to be gay. We're taking our tops off for each other so that we can know that we're going to get that CEO position. We're going to get that job when we go to that interview because we've been recognized as being hot by our fellow guys, right? Am I right, Relax Bro, or am I wrong? W's in the chat if I'm right. W's in the chat if I'm right, guys. Sexy, telling each other that we're sexy and rating each other's bodies and rating each other's faces and asking us to do different facial movements and take our clothes off so we can check out the body and the frame. That has nothing to do with being gay. That's about getting a real rating, a deep rating, a true rating, okay? Let's get some W's in the chat, everybody. Go ahead, Relax Bro. What's your question, man? What's going on?
I wanted to ask Shiva a question. Since he's been doing like no fap, I wanted to ask him if he's doing semen retention as well.
Yes, I am doing semen retention. That's the only way to do it. Retain your semen, become powerful today.
I mean, because you said you did no fap, so I was like, okay, maybe you fuck girls anyway. So I'm interested in what's the benefit of semen retention. Why shouldn't I fuck my girlfriends, for example?
Well, you should fuck your girlfriend if you and ejaculate if you intend to make a baby. But if you don't intend to make a baby, then you're just making a fool out of yourself by spilling your seed. And it's okay to do that. It feels pleasurable, but you will experience the consequences of having low energy, low confidence, low testosterone, which we don't want.
Fuck. Might be cooked. But I wouldn't say I'm low T though.
You're okay. Just keep going.
Yeah. feel like I got sex every day.
Well, I wish you
Smooth
smooth
cigarettes. Fuck, maybe I should lock in on the senior retention.
Yeah. Give it a try. So this is, guys, so this is a very important thing you guys need to understand, right? You could have a sexual experience alone that was just as good or even greater than a sexual experience that you had with a partner. Life and being a man is not about being a monkey. No offense to monkeys. Jerking off all the time and having a little boop, 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 boop sex with any other monkey that they can find. How about being a father? How about being a leader? How about being a mentor? How about being a good person? How about having a deep and meaningful relationship with your own mind and understanding the nature of your own mind and working on your suffering? You're working on your depression, working on your ego, working on your aggression, working on your fear, working on your constant distraction from yourself. And that lack of work that's been done internally and externally that leads you to be an overall very negative influence or selfish influence in the world. Yo Spartan, can you drop a here with the stage link? Or would
Yeah.
all right, go ahead, B12.
So you're talking about mind maxing, but I actually have a question about you, Rob. So you seem to be going through identity crisis. Every single stage of it, you change up your personality. So my question is, if you're mind maxing, why do you have a new identity every stage?
Let's ask Shiva about that. Because I might try to trick you, right? B12, I'm tricky, aren't that? I mean, I know we've had our problems, but you can say I'm tricky, right? Dr. Rob's a tricky fellow, right? I'm tricky, I'm
Yeah,
shifty.
Father Rob, you are very tricky.
Okay. And you know I love you, right? Do you know that? I don't think you do know that.
No, I don't think I know that, Rob.
Okay, well, you're going to learn that one way or another. So let's ask Shiva. Why don't we ask Shiva to answer that question? Because Shiva doesn't have any. We've got history, right? B12. Me and you have history, right?
We do have
Right. But you and Shiva don't have any history, right?
Yep.
So he'll give more of an objective answer. So what was the question for Shiva?
So Shiva, why do you, or I guess Rob, really, why does he go through identity crisis every stage of that?
Well, you added a new word to that, right? You implied something. You implied identity crisis. But before, your question was quite simple and direct, scientific even, right? Why does shut your fucking mouth, you little bitch? Why does your identity, this was your question. Why does your identity seem to shift so much and change so much? Right? That was the simple, direct scientific question, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. I know. All right. So what? But I'm gonna say I'm saying that Shiva may be able to give a better answer than me because it's about me. So I might try to trick you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're like sinister, right?
I'm gonna sinister my foot. So why don't you? Yeah.
Yeah, Shiva, can you answer that for me?
Yes, absolutely. So, welcome, my friend. Good to see you here. And as always, eat your B12. It's a very important thing to do, very important vitamin, especially for vegans. It's a high challenge. Why does Dr. Rob switch his personality? That is the question at hand. And I can't answer you because But frankly, I don't know.
Okay, pause, Shiva, pause, Shiva. Please mute your mic and sit down. Hey, Shiva, have you ever heard of Sadhguru before? Have you ever heard of Sadhguru's teaching on having a constantly, totally flexible, permeable personality that changes all the time according to person, place, situation? I'm about to.
Rob, I'll have a cortisol spike, please. I beg you. Holy shit. Yeah, Shiva, where you go?
Hello, Shiva, you're on the stage. Play your fucking fiddle.
Oh, Dr. Rob's mind is very complex, like the deep lake. You have to go and swim and explore how deep it is. So I can't tell you.
How did you rob me?
Through a mutual friend.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you don't jack off nothing. What did you like watch last time you like fat? Shiva?
I watched adult videos and having sex with women and such.
Are you sure it wasn't men on men?
We don't really talk about that. But
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, so you do know like testosterone fluctuates and then turns back to normal, right? From fapping.
I do not know that.
Yeah, so testosterone actually is not affected. I heard you say that earlier, but that is false. There's little to no study on that.
Well, I'm not living life based on studies, but by my own personal experience. So maybe that's true, maybe that's not true, but my personal experience, I've received massive benefits from this. And I'll continue.
Yeah, I like that. You know, do you like what's your like nutritional benefit on a day to day? Are you like primal or you eat like everything? So you're not.
I'm on a kindness diet, so I don't pay for animals to be killed for my taste pleasures. So I eat a plant-based whole food diet.
Plant based, you said, right?
Yes.
Okay, so are you taking like supplements? Like because supplements, we do know that usually they're synthetic. They're not their bioactive form. So my question to you is, how are you getting all the nutrients in that case?
Well, in the same way that cows get their nutrients, they get supplements as well. Although they're synthetic, it's still valuable to take because that's science invention. So I take nutritional B's, B12, along with various multivitamins. But I try to eat a whole variety of plant-based foods to eat everything.
Okay, I hear you on that. There are 12 nutrients that we actually as humans that you are actually lacking no matter what you supplement. You do know that, right? That's found in meat primarily. But yeah, we're not cows. So, you know, we need a little bit more than they do in meat. They can live on eating grass all their fucking lives because that's all they do. Um, you know, I don't like that argument comparing us to cows because I'm not a cow. I don't think so, Shiba.
Okay.
Yeah.
We do what human beings do. So next time, it's a little sensitive debate, but next time if you want to eat a steak or something, I will present you the cow, give you a knife, tell you the history of the cow and this cow's name. And
I'll butcher it, man. I'll do it. I'm not butcher it.
well,
You
Yeah.
cannot let your feelings, not let your feelings and emotions get in the way of your primal and natural instincts.
oh yes, I can. I do all the time.
And that makes you just emotional. That's okay. If you're talking about what testosterone versus male, then doesn't that make you a testosterone? Our primal, at least from history and evidence we've seen, used to always put your cows. That's why I really wanted to marry us. We're hunter and gatherers. No?
That may be true. A long time ago, things were different then. Surviving. We're not that stage yet. We have grocery stores. We have different choices.
Yeah, full of boys law. Bullshit. And yeah, all that.
That's what we aim to avoid. But
You don't agree that it's every man for themselves. That's occurring too.
We have any allies here.
Okay, the alpha's back. The alpha's back, baby. Let's get some W's in the chat. All these little pussy boys having a little conversation. Shut your fucking mouth. All these little pussy boys whittling and waddling around. I'm gonna be a cow. I'm gonna be a cow. Shut your fucking mouth. You'll eat grass if I tell you to eat grass, or I'll spank you till you piss your pants. Now let's go to the next person. Come on up here, Impulse. What's your question for the big doc?
Yeah. So my question is, what is like the most important thing to boost your testosterone?
Most important thing to boost your testosterone is to ejaculate into your own mouth. Next question. Chicago Slayer, who's got a Buddha picture as their profile picture. What's up, Chicago Slayer?
What's up, bro? I just got a question. Have you ever considered hair max?
Being bald is a sign of high testosterone.
True, but you could like
You can wear a wig. Looks maxing is about it's okay to be superficial, right? So there's soft maxing and there's hard maxing. So if I just bought a hair system or a very good wig, and I'm already primed for that, right? Because this, shut your fucking mouth. This hair is very good. This is good, thick hair, right? So all I have to do is shave that, and then they glue fucking dreads onto my head, right?
Yeah.
They glue dreads onto my head, and then I've got fucking dreadlocks or a big horse's mane. Okay, I got money for days, buddy. Let's get some W in the chat for Dr. Rob's bankroll. Why don't you money max, you little bitch? Next question. Because I don't need to feminize myself. You guys want to see something that nobody else has ever seen before? Who here wants to see something that nobody else has ever seen before? So I started a little bit of a side hustle. I started a little bit of a side business. I want you guys to check that out. That was pretty good. Good idea. Okay, here we go. Look, check the side chat, guys. Check the side chat. You guys see the side chat? So sub fives never went away. We simply changed form. You are being feminized. We have already won. Master of the sub five admin clan. Okay? So let's get fucking real. Next question. If your job as a man, right, and being an alpha, okay, is to show up into the world trying to be a pretty sexy boy, then you are feminizing yourself. A man is concentrated, focused, busy, okay? And he's not trying to appeal to everybody else's little fantasies of attractiveness. All right? So let's get real. Let's get aware. Let's hear the absence of thoughts.
Looks like we can't hear you.
Okay, can you guys hear me now? So a man's job is not to be pretty. So it's almost like you're feminizing yourself. You could be way more sexy. So either you're gay or you want to be a woman. And why is nobody talking about my weight? Do you know how fat I am right now? Do you know how bloated my face is right now? Talking about that I'm bald. I'm about 60 pounds overweight. Okay? Talk about helping me get on Reddit to try. Shut your fucking mouth. Next question. Let's have some real questions. People who aren't little prissy boys talking about Dr. Rob, you would be a lot prettier if you had more hair. I would love if you were sexier. Shut the fuck up. That's not what this is about. This is about mind maxing.
Oh, you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to ask, the last time I talked to you, I was talking about how to maintain your teeth, and you gave me the memo. So now I'm just wondering, like, what is the true and important rule of mind maxing?
Oh, I mean, the big thing is you want to have a relationship in your life with generosity. You want to have a relationship in your mind, in your life, and doing good deeds for others.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
I always like to do good deeds.
So, and the goodness here, the goodness is not about you sitting around with your little friends convincing them to get plastic surgery so that they'll be hotter. That's not doing good deeds.
Yeah.
Right? Whatever way you reason it or think about it. It's when you give something of value, and the most value to you is your body and your mind. So instead of pretending to be a tribal leader or somebody who has everything figured out, right? You donate your body, you volunteer, you help, you share, you practice generosity with the people that you know. You help your grandma, you help your dad, you clean up, you take out the trash, and then you apply that out into the world, right? With practicing generosity, with practicing sharing and helping others,
Yeah.
right?
So this is like any kind of generosity, like material, like
Yeah, physical,
stuff.
physical as well. It's primarily physical because money's too
Yeah.
confusing. Money's just like you're like giving therapy to your friend. If they're really your friend and your therapy is you spending time with them and really just listening to them, yeah, that's generosity. That's generosity of the heart, that's generosity of the mind, right? But if you're not really this person's friend, but you kind of know them, they kind of know you. And now we don't even have that, right? We're all sitting around with a bunch of people that we don't even kind of know, and we're pretending like it's impossible to know anybody, and we're just all LARPing and pretending that we're on a podcast and that we're influencers. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
I mean, yeah.
Where everybody's like speaking to a stage and saying, "Oh, look, everybody's talking to everybody," instead of actually talking to somebody that you know about things that are real to you. So that's what a friend
I
does.
mean, yeah. People just like to do that, really.
Yeah, just hanging out, just shooting the shit. So generosity is more like giving away something that has valuable to you. And you guys, as young men, have been trained out of your time having value. Do you guys realize that? School didn't teach you that. School taught you that your time wasn't valued, wasn't valuable, that your direction or your inspiration or your curiosity or the pathways that you would want to go down and develop it was totally not valuable and was totally irrelevant, right? So we have to unlearn that. And we unlearn that through self-sacrifice, through practicing generosity, through helping. It's not an ego thing. That's why I call these guys out so hard and I come off so rough and tough because your ego isn't relevant. It's like you wish that you were in a reality TV show. Why don't you wish that you were a good person? Why don't you wish that you had a way to help other people? Why don't you wish that you know how to be with your mind in a deeper way? That wasn't just some superficial idea of you being more attractive in general, because that's going to help your life plan. It's just ego stuff. I'm not saying that that's not a part of life that you have to manage, but if that's basically all you have, that's a nightmare. That's a big problem.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
How is looks maxing going to help you be a better father? How is looks maxing going to help you be a better husband? How is looks maxing going to help you be a better mentor for your friends? Newsflash, it's fucking not. And it's not a conversation because that's not what looks maxing is about. Looks maxing is about making yourself more sexually attractive. And the idea that your sexual attractiveness is seen as an essential value as a man, which goes into the you're being feminized because that's supposed to be for women. This is a patriarchal society, not a matriarchal society. So the sexual value is supposed to be in women, not in men. That's where we get into, trying to be like going and having sex with a bunch of random people. That's probably not a good idea to do that. It's pleasurable, but are you actually going to grow or develop from that? Probably not. Is you having sex with a lot of attractive women going to help you be a better father? No. And a lot of people can't even talk about that question because they probably didn't spend that much time with their father. And when I say not that much time, I'm talking about you as a child growing up, if you spent more time with teachers than you spent with your father and people that are also in that role, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Random people that are being paid a super low amount of money to work with a bunch of different kids, right? Just random people that happen to be teachers, happen to get a degree, right? And you spent way more time there. Most youth in America, I would bet money, have spent more meaningful time where it's like 1-to-1 because they force you to be 1-to-1 in the classroom, right? So you probably have spent more 1-to-1 time with it's a lot of people, your 8th grade history teacher than you have with your father in a 10-year or in a 5-year span in that 1 year of 8th grade with that history teacher. That is fucking broken. And you need a lot, you have a much bigger capacity than you guys think, right? If you guys went through elementary school and middle school with a functioning education system that prioritized like learning languages, you guys would easily speak 3 languages. You guys would easily know how to speak basic Mandarin and basic Spanish and English. 100%. Do you realize that children like my wife, if me and my wife had a child, right? That child would know how to speak Vietnamese and English without any how do I teach them English? How do I teach them Vietnamese? It would just happen that way. So you guys got cheated. And the reason that I speak out and I act hard with people here, I'm not a fucking lunatic. I'm not angry at anybody. I'm not here to bolster my ego by using mod perms to yell at some young guys, right? I'm here to share with you guys and support you guys and share time and energy. And have fun too and play. But when your idea of play is like your weird ego, totally superficial ideas that you're coming up with, and you're not actually willing to listen to the person or experience the situation that you're choosing to go into without any force, right? You're choosing to be here, and you're not actually willing to feel what is going on here and experience it. Then yeah, you need to be told to get the fuck out of here. It's like you want to play basketball with a group of guys, with a group of friends, and there's somebody in there fucking around. We're here to fucking play basketball. What are you doing? So let's go to the next question. Yeah. Thank you, young nigga poet. All right, let's bring up Chad Light.
Hello, Dr. Rob.
How you doing, mate?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Where you staying? You in Sydney?
No, I'm actually from Western Australia.
Ah, you in Perth, eh?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it.
I was just gonna ask, like, I've got some questions. Do you have any tips on how I can the girls a bit better? Anything for like confidence anything because it's been rough lately.
All right, next question. And no, not everybody's ready to come up to the stage and ask a question because this is intense. Whether you like it or not, I'm an intense guy. I spent 8 fucking years as a Buddhist monk.
Hello?
Yeah? Are you there? Are you there? Can you hear me okay?
If that's your wife,
Can you hear me okay? Hello? Are you there? Can you hear me okay? Hello? Hi. I'm here to troll you. Fix your fucking voice, bitch. Next question.
Hello, Rob. Seems like I'm the main character of the show. Huh?
All right, guys. So raise your questions if you have one. You want to try again, Eldar?
Hey, Dr. Rob.
Yeah, mate. How you doing?
Earlier.
Yeah.
You seem like a very intellectual, mentally stable
Yeah.
person. Would like to
Oh,
like
well, you would be the one to know, wouldn't you? You're a cool guy, right? You're one of those cool guys, right? You would be the one to know, wouldn't you? I had the university professors at the University of New South Wales asking you to come and give a talk. Are you going to go to the talk or not? Are you going to go to the talk in New South Wales or not? Shut the fuck up. Everybody creates this. Listen, this is literally you. Everybody creates this idea that they're like secret geniuses or they have some like higher special intelligence when you have basically zero life experience. The only information that you know is the stuff that's been spoon fed to you through the algorithm and through news. You don't know how to think for yourself. You've never meditated or gone into your own mind. You don't even believe that it's possible to investigate your own mind or to understand more deeply about your own mind. It's time to switch up. It's time to change the paradigm.
fuck you, Baldy. Stupid fucking Rob. Fuck out of here. Ugly fuck. Yeah.
I love you. Well, I don't know if it's love, but it's an affection, right? I have affection for you too. And this is the other idea that we're not supposed to have affection for each other. We're not supposed to love each other. But we can't have mentors. We can't have mentors because that would mean that we respect somebody. And the only person that we're supposed to respect is ourselves, right?
Shut up, Baldy. Yourself, cool. Right in my palms. Anything to say, Baldy? I know you're mad, bud. I know you're mad. You pick up. Oh, hello, Rob. Can she?
Okay, so I'd like to share a song with you guys. Who wants to hear a song? Who wants to do a sing along? Apparently, we have a lot of Australians here these days, so let's bring that energy together. Okay. Everybody ready? Let's get some W's in the chat, guys. And hey, guys, I want you guys to clip. I want you guys to advertise. I want you guys to be in the general chat, letting people know that we got a big session going on. Don't you guys want to have more energy in here? Don't you want to have more people in here ready to play and ready to be involved with what we're doing here? All right, here we go, guys. You ready? Do a little bit of a sing along for our Australian friends.
My dad taught me from a very early age. Be at one with the snake. Feel it suck. And I am. I'm gonna get the camera. I'm gonna be right in there. I have to get right in this. Into the action. Yeah. Push it. Push it to the limit. Danger, 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 danger. In the hands. Push it to the limit. The wildest things in the world. You need to come with me. I'm gonna share it with you. Come with me. Share my wildlife with you. This is just such a special moment. This is what I want to share with you. All I want to do is show you the beauty of this animal. I'm gonna have to be so careful here. Did you see it? Oh, it's always. Did you see it?
So this is precisely what happens when there's an education system that doesn't provide any mentorship and a economic system that doesn't allow any time for parents to be with their children. You're not you have children that are growing up, they're not being humanized. They don't and this is growing up in a fatherless home and all kinds of things like that as well. They have no sense of dignity, they have no sense of respect, they have no sense of intuition. So like that guy who was just up, I mean, and somebody said I was disassociating when I was listening to him. It's just that whatever he's doing there, that something like that is it's totally impossible for that to reach me from where I'm coming from. Like some other people might believe that that like relates to me, but from my position and my experience, it's impossible for that to have relevance to me. Like that his trolling or his way of like mockery or whatever, it can't be relevant to my experience and my position. And you should intuitively know that if you've grown up with those human connections, if you spent time around groups of men and women, you feel when someone's with it. You feel when someone is sincere. You feel when someone is real. But we're losing that capacity because we're not spending time with human beings. We're not spending time physically with groups of men and groups of women doing meaningful activities.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, Mike. What are you doing? How are you doing, Mike?
So I'm not actually Australian. So anyway, so I was wondering if you had any advice on something. Okay.
Oh, okay, come on. Oh, okay, but come on. I mean, are you really gonna do it? Come on. No, no, no. Come on. Not do it. You will not. You will not do it. You will not do it. Stop. 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 Stop it. You will not. You will not. You will not. Oh, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it right now. Come on.
What,
Fuck
Oscar
me.
advice?
Fuck me. Fuck me. Fuck me. Okay, next question. All right, Luca. Welcome up to the stage, Luca. A friend of mine, Idiot, is here. Hope to have you up after come up to ask a question, guys. Go ahead.
Yes, so basically, I have a question. I don't know if you'll be able to answer it or not. Can I ask my question?
You've asked one question, and I'll allow you one more.
Well, um,
All right, Shiva, are you ready to go live on your channel and try to get money through the fart spray stuff?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. You guys know I love you guys, and this is important activity for me. We'll take one more question from V and Houndlex before we wrap up.
hello. So I'd like to ask about your opinions on Australia at a certain time with their mass immigration policy.
Well, Australia belongs to the Aboriginals. Australia is basically a overdeveloped mining encampment. And the standard of living in like Sydney is disgusting, is horrible. Sydney is a horrible city, energetically, psychically. I mean, I was. How old are you? Why?
16.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're a young man, but like, because I was visiting the city. I was trying to find a coffee shop to like sit down and do my live streaming and hang out and relax. You know that kind of vibe, right? Or you can imagine that kind of vibe, right? It every single and I when I do that, I like to find like a nice coffee shop, like a nice cappuccino, like really good coffee, you know what I mean? Every single coffee shop that I was looking at was all they showed was food right? And then when you went to these places, you basically had to sit on a cylindrical metal or wooden pole. You literally had to like clench your anus to sit on the pole or like be impaled by the pole. Those are the only seating options. And that seems to be the mentality. That seems to be the mentality of what's going on in Australia and Sydney, where people who could, because if we have to be connected to the land, you know what I mean? Like, what is, let me ask you a question. What is Australia without Steve Irwin? Nothing. There,
Continent.
well, that's a real shame that you don't know your Steve Irwin, one of your patriarchs. And so your lack of connection to the land means that you have a lack of connection to your heart. And so the Australia problem is that Australia didn't just lose connection to the land, it's actively destroying the land for profit. Those rivers, those lands are precious and valuable and essential. Those lands are essential and have much greater value than the profit that you can extract from them as you poison all of these water systems, you know. And so the immigrants that come to Australia, you need to talk with your government, because it's not a social issue, it's an economic issue. So Australia is specifically bringing people in to do labor that Australians won't do in rural areas, you know, in mining and all kinds of different things. So the problem is not immigrants, it's you, and it's you people. It's the people who are in charge. And the sad truth, right, is that the same people that are complaining about the immigrant problem are the same people that are bringing in immigrants. But you think that you're different because you don't have a particularly deep understanding of what's going on. You just have a superficial understanding of what's going on with a total lack of connection to the land. And so until you reconnect with yourself, your heart, your nature, the land, until you pay back the debt that you owe to the Aboriginal people in a deeper, more fuller way, because you guys fucked up. You should have taken them all out. I don't know what you guys did. You should have taken them all out. So now, hold on. So now, even though it's centralized around, you know, Alice Springs and stuff, there's millions of these motherfuckers, millions of them. And so you guys should have done a better job if you weren't prepared to pay the debt that you owe. So my experience in Australia was that there's a lot of good land out there, there's a lot of good bush out there, but to connect with that bush, we're going to have to let go of the self and the ego. And a lot of people don't want to do that. So my advice to you, find some aboriginals, find some leaders, some tribes, try to connect, and try to fucking connect with yourself, man, because the brain broke mentality of city people that are, you know, looking around and charging $100 for a pack of cigarettes, that shit needs to change. Goodbye. All right. Thank you guys for coming out. We'll have one more question from Houndlex. One more question from Houndlex here.
Since you do what you call mind maxing, does that mean you actually benefit people's minds by helping them discover coping mechanisms with their emotions and or mental illnesses?
Oh, you guys are all being seeded right now. Every single one of you is being seeded right now. 100%. 100%. Because it does, all right, so this is the regular idea, right? The regular idea when you're watching TV, right? Oh, the advertisement. It's so strange they keep doing that. That stuff never works. I don't even like advertisements. And yet somehow the largest business in the world is advertising. So how do those two things connect? So you are always being influenced. You're being influenced subtly in your unconscious mind. Okay. And so advertising has power when it has subtlety in it and it's able to affect you. And it doesn't matter if you're saying, I'm not even watching the show, I'm scrolling on my phone. Unconsciously, you are being affected. And so this, you 100%, all you guys are being seeded without a doubt. And you will 100% have a new standard unconsciously, subliminally, for what someone being real feels like, looks like, sounds like, etc. So let's get some W's in the chat for being seated. Who feels Dr. Rob seeds? Who feels seated? Raise your hands if you feel seated. Let's get some W's in the chat if you feel seated, guys. Okay. See y'all later. Bye bye. Let's get some W's in the chat for helping the youth, everybody.
Can't hear you.
You want to what do you want to do? You want to turn this live stream off. You want to go live on your channel, and then you want to try to make money by telling people you'll spray fart spray in your face if they donate, right? That's what you want to do, right? You want to go and beg for money on your channel and get people to spray fart spray on your face.
Yeah.
When are we going to do the huffing stuff? When are you going to do the huffing?
Well,
How much does it cost to get you to huff?
well, Dion says he's gonna do something, so if he's online, then we're gonna make it happen. I'll huff it. You know I'm good at huffing. And plus we got this. This is no ordinary stunt here.
The problem is when he eats that chip and then actually experiences anything that's like what we're supposed to watch and experience from him eating that chip, he's off camera. And he's gonna stay off camera. Just like with the fart thing.
I'll be on camera.
No, you won't. The moment you feel
Because the fart thing,
any
I was basically
adversity,
naked.
Seraph, did you see what happened with Shiva? He deleted the live streams. Did you see what happened? And this is exactly what I'm talking about. And we'll go into some other elements of this, but I want us to connect about this, Seraph. Were you there when that happened, Seraph? So somebody earlier before he was live streaming alone, somebody was in my chat and they were telling Shiva that they'll give him the money, but he just wants him to do the fart spray. And I told Shiva, I said, why are you entertaining that? This Dion guy, first of all, is a total blowout, total freak. Like 0 point, any kind of like you trying to create a parasocial relationship with him is insane. Dude's a total freak through and through, but also is totally irrelevant. And so later on, Dion Guy went back to Shiva again on his live stream and he said the same thing. And then Shiva sprayed fart spray in his face. And then the Dion Guy said, yeah, I'm not paying you that money, freak. So there's a lot of thoughts about Shiva having like this fetishization with farts and all that. And I can't speak to that, but it definitely seems like when I've seen him doing the fart spray stuff, it seems like a big part of him wants to smell smell shit while being seen by people and to smell shit while being in the group. So maybe that's an element of it. But
We're
I
gonna
know
keep
that he
that as
doesn't have a spicy fetish. I know that for sure.
This is the last chip challenge. And these are the ingredients.
You don't need to show the ingredients. I'm sure it's very spicy. It's not about the ingredients, it's how much you can present it. This is the spiciest chip in the world. I'm not fucking around with you guys. This is literally one of the spiciest chips in the world. I don't even like spicy food. I hate. Don't show them the these are the ingredients. The ingredients are what you make them.
Okay, let's go live.
If Seraph donates me 300 US dollars on PayPal monthly from here on out for the rest of his life, I will go live on your YouTube channel right now.
Do I get a cut of that? And what about me?
What? You're not in a position to be a trustworthy friend, let alone any kind of person worthy of donations and offerings. I've already explained why it's not good for people to donate to you. That's why primarily the people that are donating to you are these like total freakazoids. That's also why you were like, oh, it's Dion. Because those people are your bread and butter, not for your bank account, but for your ego. Because when you see those $2 and $3 donations, somehow your genetic background shifts. And you go from an anti-Zionist to a very sincere Zionist practitioner. As they say in the certain circles. So I'm not saying that I say that.
Anyways, let's go live where the real show starts. This is like practice. And we
What are you
continue
gonna-
our training.
What are you going to do?
Well, we'll see how the night goes.
I want to wait a little bit. I feel like there's a little bit of energy here. There may be some people who are on the brink of making some major donations. Please, everybody, keep in mind YouTube takes 30%. So if you want to make a major donation, add 30% to that. If you're going to send it through Super Chat.
Oh, Dion. Dion said something on my messages, so we'll see. I like Dion. There's potential. And we know that your judgment of character is not that high either. So you've said some things about some individuals. Which is not true.
You don't know what's true. You just want a bunch of money. You just want to make money. That's your vision. That's your life. And that's not a spiritual endeavor. I'm just using you as a prop, as a toy. You're my toy.
What?
You are my toy.
I thought that was the other way around.
Remember that the month? Yo, can we follow that? Yo, bro. Wait, Monk, you gotta give us a life update. I haven't heard these in a minute, bro. Yeah.
That dude is established.
My concerns are with the health of this server. The VC's never active. Anytime there is a VC, it's locked down. The server is falling apart. Kai Cenat is one of the most famous live streamers in all time. And somehow this VC has become dead. So people need to pick up the pieces. And why is it happening this way? What happened to this space? What happened to this community?
It's constant, right? Okay, let me just tell you.
This is a hub. This is a hub for Black people online. This is a hub for young Black people online. And look at the state of it. Maybe in my life, I would love a chance to come and spend time with Black people, young Black people online, on the ground in America. And yet, where can I find a space like that? And somehow people don't think that that has any value. Somehow the moderators and the admins see more value in creating an inner circle mentality for their own egos instead of creating a space that's alive and dynamic. What are all these channels? Music, freestyle, spectate, chill VC, squads, trios. Who is setting up this server? Who is running this server? Who has run this server into the ground? I want to know who's run this server into the ground. We used to have VCs. We used to have VCs with what's that Kai's friend? What's that Kai's friend guy? That cool guy, the D guy or whatever.
Oh, there's somebody in your house making sandwiches.
That's my wife.
Okay, listen. Kai Cenat is on a hiatus.
That is a lie. That is a lie. This server has been dead as doornails for years.
That's not true.
And you must have missed 2024, bro.
God.
I must have missed 2024. Ever heard of the word years? It's 2026, brother, man. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Whoever has run this server into the ground, I got something to say to you. I've got something to say to the leadership of this server and how they've operated this place.
Bro, he's not talking about me. He's just not talking about me.
You the leader, bro. It's me, my fear, bro.
I'm not the leader of this shit. He's talking about himself.
I'm talking about administration. I'm talking about the administration, not the staff. Staff's got nothing to do with it. It's administrative. It's when you have a talk section with a general VC, a solos VC, a duos VC, a trios VC. What are we pretending is going on here? So Black people are tuned in. Young Black people are tuned in. They come into this server, they look over at the VC, it's dead, and then they see solos, duos, trios, squads, chill VC in a Kai Mafia server. They say, whoever the fuck is running this is a goofy. And I ain't spending my time here. That shit's real. That shit's real.
Yeah, what happened to you, man? What happened to him? Like,
You tell them. You send up the message. Well, whoever is the leadership here, they done fucked up. And I ain't happy about it.
Bro, yeah, you gotta talk to Kai Cenat, bro. Cause like
I already talked to Kai Cenat. I talked to that guy for 40 minutes.
You talk to that who?
Look, I want to bring you into it slowly. Because I know people get triggered because I'm mixed race. But I want to bring it into you slowly, okay? Yeah, I'm mulatto. I got the DNA proof. I got the genetic test to prove it. But I'm not trying to bring you into that off the. I'm not trying to bring you into that off the block, especially when we got a server that's turned into this.
You gotta talk to Kai. This is out of our hands. The people want to see Kai.
We want to see we want to see a healthy black community here. That's what we want to see. We want to see a healthy, active black VC community here. And I don't see it. And I try to come and check in. Because I care about that.
He's a black activist, bro.
Okay, so if you have talked to Kai, how about you just get in touch with him and be like, oh,
Kai don't want to talk to me. All right. But I'm not going into all that. I'm just saying send it up. I'm just letting, because sometimes things are happening. We kind of know that they're happening, but nobody said it because we got our stuff going on. So I'm just saying it. This is a Kai Mafia server. You got the VC set up as solos, duos, trios, squads. What the hell are we doing here?
That's what I think that's how every server set up.
It's been like this for years. You've been here before.
I know it's been like this for years, and that's why I'm so emotional about it, because it don't need to be this way. Do it. Oh, what had happened was, well, let's figure out what had happened and let's change it.
He just claimed VC is over with. It's clips.
I really want to know what happened, bro.
He might have tagged it up. So he's tagged up.
No, stop.
Pack me up, send me for a long walk. That ain't gonna be on skin off my back. This VC community is dead. You can't come in and find anybody in here. And then you do. Imagine you have a young black woman or a young black man coming into the Kai Mafia server looking for community, and they see solos, duos, trios, squads. What?
Okay, so do you want to be a part of it? Like, do you want to be a part of the staff? Do you want to like change it?
I want to act. It's not about what I want. I'm not trying to say here that I'm trying to get something out of here. I'm just here advocating. I'm just here saying, look, this is a valuable space, and I don't see why it's not allowed. We used to have, what's that guy's name? Kai's the cool guy, the real OG cool guy friend. D. That gives the hug, the butt hug guy.
Butt hug guy. The
coolest guy in the OG in the Kai Mafia.
Ooh, D.
It's just D. Is his name just D? Is that what it's just D? The guy with the grills. Yo, what's up? Yeah. Guys, I'm talking about there's the one of the most famous, there's the fat guy, and then there's the other guy who's a super OG guy. I'm talking about Duke. We used to be sitting together with Duke. We used to be sitting together with Duke Dennis in this server. We used to be sitting together with Duke, spitting the shit. And now you got trios, duos, solos with 5 people here. So send it up. Send it up. Let them know. Where's Duke at? Where's our community at? Where's Black Lives Matter?
You're very passionate. Do you want to join our staff team and make a difference?
You're going to have to unban me first. I've been banned for a minute. I was on the OG. I was verified. I was gang.
What'd you get banned? Okay, Mark.
I got gang because I pressed on somebody's ego. That's why I got banned. Because we got an ego problem here. That's why the server's dead. Because you got a bunch of people with big egos that want to make big plays for themselves and don't think about the community. That's why I got banned, because I press. Because I live that fucking life. Because I ain't going to sit down and be quiet while shit's going fucking dark. In the wrong way. In the wrong way.
Okay.
Okay. If you can copy your ideas, I can
Copy the ID? All right, hold on. Let me see. Yeah. Let me see if I can do it.
Your account.
We got to bring this server back.
Hey, that's how niggas can get on bad, bro.
Hey, bro, if you're passionate, bro, like, why not? Shit.
Why do you get banned to begin with?
I just told you.
Okay,
You just told me I was talking.
Oh, I'm going to talk to you now. You want me to talk to you now? All right. Well, if you don't want that, then don't come knocking.
Wait, like what happened? You went from being like the monk to this. Like, what happened?
Sweet chill.
And that got me banned, didn't it? And that got me shut down right when I was chill.
Was that like the switch? Like,
How do I find getting banned from here was the switch. How do I find my sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I respect black women. I love black women. I've got no ideas. Like I said, I'm mulatto. I got black in my blood.
I was just asking, bro.
Enjoy the BC with Duke
I
Dance.
really was just asking, bro.
Bro, this nigga Jazz a troll, bro.
How do I
If
find
you click your profile,
how do I
if
find
you click your
the
profile,
Nigga the troll.
and then click the three dots,
all right, I'll be right
it should
back.
say copy.
Oh, Duke Dance, bro. Duke Dance is in here, bro.
Are you sewing something, Shiva? You should get into like knitting or sewing or something. I think you'd really enjoy that. So we just reached Duke Dennis, who's an extremely famous black content creator. Extremely famous. So please be quiet, Shiva.
Yo.
Yo,
Punk.
all right, welcome back. I'm gonna give you your rose back. Yeah, I gotta get
So
it,
look,
bro.
I want to talk a little about a bit about something.
What you
All
want?
right, what's up?
We got some people in this world, wealthy black men, young black men. And this doesn't just apply to black men or black people. This is content creators. And all that wealth and all that generosity and all those donations, what are you giving back? What kind of community are you cultivating? If I'm a young black man, if I'm a young black woman, and I want to spend time with young black people in a safe space where we shoot the shit and we be real, and I'm probably too just FYI, I'm too real for this whole situation. Just FYI, I just want to put that out there. I'm not saying I want a part of the pie. I just want to let you know something. And so when we have the Kai Mafia Discord server, and I know this applies to a lot of different places, okay, with broken, dead community spaces, there's no active VCs. There's no living, breathing community. There's no dynamic energy. There's no activities going on. There's no interesting happenings happen. What are we doing? When you got a server, Kai Mafia server, you got young black men, young black women coming along. Oh, I want to see what's on the Kai Mafia. I want to stay up out those streets because I can't take the heat. And you get in and you see on talk and you see solos, duos, trios, squads. You say, what the fuck? Did I join a PUBG server? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Duke. I was a Buddhist monk for 8 years, brother. I know about status, fam. I've had people wash my feet. I'm gonna be real about it, Duke. I've had people wash my feet plenty of times. This real. Trust me. Trust me. This is international. And if you want to take it there, we can go there. I'll meet you there. I'll pick you up at the airport. If you want to collab, if you want to meet up, if you want to learn about Buddhism and meditation, I'm ready to meet you there, man. Put that onto your community. Raise it up to Kai, because when you get up to this level of status, trust me, you got demons out there. You don't got Buddhists out there. You don't got meditators out there. You got people who want a piece of the pie, who want a little bit more drip, a little bit more ice. And I'm not saying it's my business. I'm saying it's our business. And it's your responsibility. It's the more that you get, the more that you have, the more you have to give, or there's an imbalance. You want people stealing from you, then you got to give. And the more you give, the more you get back in terms of the heart. That's real. And hey, that's when we wake up as monks, man. When we living in like that. I'm not trying to put you onto anything. I'm just sending this up. I'm just sending this out because I believe in black people. I believe in young black people. I see you were content creating too and shit like that. You can believe, you can bet, you can make believe about that, but there's a whole other world out there, man. I was a monk. I wasn't a content creator. Listen, man, what you do with your you got it the wrong way, man. You got it the wrong way because that's the only kind of people you've been around, man. That's why Kai dropped out. You can't sustain that. And I'll tell you right now, you got demons out there. You got demons out there, and you confusing me with the wrong one. I promise you that. And I'm not trying to press you, brother. I'm just saying, look, you've been talking all you don't tell me I'm talking. Don't tell me I'm talking, right? I just want to lift you up as a black king, but a black king has a responsibility to those young black boys and girls that want to find a community space on the Kai Mafia Discord server that's not dead as doornails. Anyway, it's all love. I'm happy to talk with you, Duke. I mean, and that's what I say. You live that life. I mean, I look, you. I mean, you. Come on, man. I mean, I see through those lenses. I say you can't tell me no, right? You can't tell me no about that. But I'm just saying, man. That's where the demons live, and eventually, you will see, oh, I can't carry that. And then you gotta come to terms, and we all gotta die, brother. I mean, I'm not saying no to anything. I'm not saying no to everything. And that's why I think everybody wants a piece of the pie, because they ain't ever tasted it. Oh, trust me, brother, I've tasted the pie that you know really gives you freedom. I've tasted the pie of the dream, brother. And I'm gonna continue the real dream. Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something, Duke. Where's MLK the rapper? Who the fuck are these people? What happened? If MLK could come up and do something like that, where's everybody else? Why is everybody rapping about dicks and tight asses?
doing their own thing, man.
Well, I'm just saying, it's just a commentary, man. It's just a commentary about the world, brother. Something, the demons got him, right? Because we forgot about freedom. We forgot about the value of freedom. And we traded one chain for another. And all I'm saying, so there you go, everybody. You send it up. You send that energy up. Anybody who doesn't know who Duke Dennis is, Google Duke Dennis. He's extremely wealthy and extremely famous young black man. And so that's that. I mean, that's how things happen. That's how it works. So I just want to send that up. The live stream here is about to die and drop. Yeah, that's Duke. That's who I was just talking to.